Alright. I hate going away. I really do. I hate this world. I really do, and the things in it, and the evil that's in it. Yeah, I'm just gonna go through some of the things. Big cracks in the earth. How you doing, man? Yeah. I was gone for the weekend, and I don't have internet where I went, and I was missing doing this and sitting with people doing sins that I can't speak about God. Oh, getting mocked and scoffed at. Effing sinners! Repent. That's what the guy said to me. He was like, "You effing sinner, repent and effing repent." And oh, this world, man. Okay, so wow, in Congo, Africa, earthquakes and volcano eruption swallows half of the city. So I'm going to show this video. You have to wait till the ad goes away. The world's in trouble and people are being scoffing and mocking. So at first I was laughing, and then I looked at my wife's face, and my wife just let that happen. Oh wow. Let me rewind it. Okay. God's getting ready to crack this earth in half. Uh I can't wait till that happens, all right? So this is in Congo, in Africa. So it's cracking. The world's cracking up right now. Volcanoes, we have 82 of them active. They're not blowing off, but they are very active. And this one blew off, and it swallowed up about a quarter of the town. Those are the cracks. He's cracking it up. He's cracking it up all over the place. And then eventually, it's pretty soon, it's going to break and fall. That's a crack in the earth. Going through the foundation of his house, too. So everybody believes it's business as usual. Let me find the... And here is the volcano that's happening there. It's swallowing up the city. Okay, here it comes. And that's an, oh wow, that's lava coming right through. It's in the Congo, Africa. That's lava. It's starting to devour. It's devouring the houses. Wow. Okay, I want to put a pause to this. So, to anybody that thinks this world's going back, I'm sorry to tell you, it's not. We are after the birth pains. I'm not going to fight or argue about rapture. No, we didn't, because there's no such thing as rapture. I'm so sick and tired of that word. That phony, false doctrine, junk. It's absolutely junk. And anybody who yells it out, they know better. Okay? Because if you read the Gospels, it tells you many times through the Gospels. Okay, so let's move on. See what else. I was gone on the weekend, and I didn't get to ride. I rid my motorbike for 3 hours. I crashed it into a big hole, and I almost lost my motorbike. Brand new, $7,000-$8,000 motorbike into the water, but I didn't hurt myself. Something caused it to be an easy landing on me. I don't know what it was. Well, I do believe God had his hand in that, okay? So, super blood moon is coming. Volcanoes and other events. Let's see what this one is.
Our inboxes are overflowing with offers, promotions, and so many newsletters.
So, animals are starting to go into the cities again, just like they did in Noah's flood. The guy's laughing at it. A volcano apocalypse events. Okay, so everybody jumps out. Like, you know, another thing that bothered me today is subscribe to the channel, but you know, what can I do? They're believing other doctrines, probably. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I have no support from my family right now, from the ones I'm the closest to, like God said, would be the ones that are against you. And that's totally what's happening to me. Everybody's like, bye, Grandma, and they don't say goodbye to me. Everybody's like, good night, Grandma, and they don't say goodbye to me. And I'm left sitting there by myself by the fire. I'm sitting there talking about God to one guy, and the evil guy stands up and he said something towards give it up is what he said to me. And then he sat in the middle between us so that I couldn't talk about God to him. Talk about Satan interrupting everything. When I go out with my family, I get so mistreated. Even my wife mistreats me and she doesn't realize it. She's sitting there smirking while I'm getting smocked and getting mocked at and laughed at and scourged. She's sitting there with trying not to crack a smile. Well, this is happening to me, leaving me sit alone with my family. My granddaughters, my wife went and bought her a gift. That's from me and her. And they're all like, "Thank you, Grandma. Thank you, Grandma." Nothing. You know, I'm just about ready to leave where I'm at right now, to give it all up again. And God's telling me it's coming to that time because the people in our house don't accept Christ, but yet they say they do. They don't read the Bible. They sit there and tell me, "Oh, everything you're telling me, the dreams that God give me, well, that's all. I don't believe in it." Yet they don't do the research to find that it's there. I do the research every day. I hate being away from my YouTube. Almost didn't want to go on today. I was so frustrated from this weekend, so much anxiety, so much hurt inside of me. And I'm not blaming that. It's my fault, but I went and sinned. Okay. I so much. I got home from work today. Find her keys. They were in the easiest spot I found. I searched an hour. But then I did all of the laundry, folded it, and put it away. That's why I'm not here. Washed her car. Did some household chores that she asked me to do last week. And she complained in front of everybody about me not doing it. You're not to do that, okay? We're not to go and complain about other people about something you haven't done in front of everybody and belittle me. And yet I felt this big all weekend, okay? So I'm not using it as an excuse, all right? We all have troubles. We're all sinners. I cried today. I was crying out to God and singing to Jesus and just please relieve me of this sin. But it's what abasens us. It's what God, we have to endure everything till the end. And I can't wait till the end comes. I'm tired of being not loved from someone that says they love you. It's happened to me over and over and over again. Okay. So when I give my wife love, she says I'm bugging her. I'm like, do you know? Yeah, I'm about that close, Daryl. I'm about that close to giving everything up again, including my motorbike, and leaving. It's very sad how Christians are being treated. If you don't think Christians are being prosecuted, try to go around non-Christians right now. You're going to get mocking and scoffers. And it's pretty sad how your wife just sits there with a smirk on her face. If someone did that to my wife, I'd be right on top of it saying, "Listen, I believe in God too. Please don't bug her." I wouldn't get mad and scream and yell and start a fight over it. I'd have just asked them, "Please don't do that in front of me." I don't care what they say behind my back. I'm to the point where I don't even care anymore about other people's what they say behind my back. It hurt me. The fact is that this guy is almost dying and he's saying that, mocking Jesus. Okay. What you do to one of these, you do to him. What you don't do, you do to him. So my wife did not go, listen, can you please not bother my husband about that anymore? We're both Christian. But yet she doesn't. Well, I'm a Christian, but yet I haven't seen her pick her Bible up. She goes to a church with a female in the pastoral preaching. And I'm like, and she won't listen to me, but she'll listen to someone that's blaspheming God. The Bible says. I lost another subscriber. God knows who it is. Hope it's not Lisa because I don't see her here today. It's very discouraging. So if some people aren't being mocked at, I'm going to call it smocked. Okay? Because that's what's happening to me. So it's all good and it's part of what we're to endure. Okay? But when your wife is sitting there, not doing anything, not hurt more than anything, okay? Leaving me alone for that fight. She will turn her back on me for her family in a drop of a dime. I can guarantee you. I can already see it. Okay? And the daughter-in-law says how much she supports me, but yet she doesn't. Okay? I try to help them, but there's no helping some people. We can't save the whole world, okay? Including our household. There's going to be a time where the covering of me and my wife isn't going to do anything. She has to stand in front of Jesus. But deep inside her mind, she doesn't think none of this is going to happen anytime soon. Just like her daughter. They're so stubborn-headed. They don't want to listen to what God is saying, even if it's coming out of someone else's mouth. They don't want to listen to it. Both of them. I'm sick and tired of it. You know, but I don't want to talk about them anymore. I'm just, it's so frustrating. All I want to do is love people, be nice to them, and try to help them come and try to help them be saved. And they're stuffing it in my face. Okay. So I come home and I labor for someone that does that to me. That's what we're to do. That's what the Bible says. Okay. And I know, Daryl, you're not into it, but that's what Jesus did. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. And do I always do it out of? Sometimes I do it just to shut the person up. Okay, it's so hard. If I didn't have my YouTube and Jesus, I'd be alone. That's it. I got left alone by the fire. I don't know how many times. No one starts conversations with me because they don't want to hear about the things that I have to say. And I respect that. Okay, so let's get into the Bible. This is how I felt. Naked, and ye couldn't clothe me, and I was sick, and ye visited me, and I was in prison, and ye came unto me. Then the righteous answered him, saying, Lord, when we saw thee hungered, and fed thee, or thirsty, and gave thee a drink. That's what I felt like today, this weekend. I felt naked. I felt alone. The only thing that doesn't make me feel alone is that I have Jesus Christ in my life. Okay? So I just had to read that short one, and now I'm heading over to. Oh, yeah, okay, I'm going to start down here. So, Matthew 26:17. Now, on the first day of the feast of unleavened bread, the disciples came to Jesus, saying unto him, Where wilt thou that we prepare for thee to eat the Passover And he said, Go into the city to such a man, and say unto him, The master saith, My time is at hand, and I will keep the Passover at thy house with my disciples. And the disciples did as Jesus had appointed them, and they made ready for the Passover. Now, when the even was come, he sat down with the 12, and as they did eat, he said, Verily I say unto you, that one of you shall betray me. Well, we know who that was. And they were exceedingly sorrowful, began every one of them to say to them, Lord, is it I? Okay, so this is how I felt. This is how I felt. One will betray me. One very close to me will betray me. I have them all betraying me. So even the ones that say they're Christian, betraying me behind my back. Okay, so did I cause it? I don't know, but it's happening to me. And he answered and said, He that dippeth his hand with me in the dish, the same shall betray me. The Son of Man goeth as is written unto him, but woe unto the man whom the Son of Man is betrayed. It had been good for that man that he wasn't even born. Okay, so when somebody's doing stuff to you, this is what I have to look at. They're doing it to Jesus. When somebody isn't doing it to you, they're not doing it to Jesus. So when someone's mistreating you and you're not even speaking of God and your wife is sitting there beside you smirking, to me, you didn't stick up for Jesus. You betrayed and turned your back on me. You're betraying Jesus. If you're leaving someone sit there, and I just moved away. I just left after that. And my wife didn't even say, "Oh, I'm sorry you had to go through that, Rod." Nothing. Can you believe that? I'm just about this close from leaving my wife. Okay, it's enough is enough. I want to praise the Lord, and I can't do it here because my wife's like, well, I don't always want to hear about that. Well, then I'm in the wrong place because that's all I want to talk about is God and Jesus. When I don't, look what happens over the weekend. Look what happens. I come back and it's all creeping back around me again. And I'm having to go through another of the same fight over and over again. And I just ask God to relieve me. I hate this world. I hate my sin. I hate my flesh. Okay. Not trying to hurt everybody else. Take and eat. Okay. So we all know who that was that betrayed him. Okay. So this is how I feel. I feel kind of that way. She dips her hand in with me into the vessel. But when it comes time for sticking for me and being beside me, she walks away and leaves me sitting alone over and over and over this weekend. I am, like you say, Daryl, I'm not putting up with it anymore. That is the last time. If these people that went and did that are going next time, I'm not going. I have tried to help them with God, and all they do is shove it in my face and hurt my feelings and put a stumbling block in front of me. I don't wish death upon them. I wish Jesus in their life. But is that going to happen? I don't know. Like it says, you can't preach in your hometown. They don't see anything different about me, and they don't like that I gave myself to Jesus. Yeah, they are gathering their own stones, and I pray for them, and I hope they don't, but I'm so sick of it. There's just too many evils in that area to help bring anybody out. I go to speak about God, there's the same old guy uttering, give it a break. Okay. I heard him loud and clear. He moved from that seat over here to he's totally working for Satan and he doesn't even know it. That's why we're to forgive them, right? But every time he sees me talking to someone, does he really know what we're saying? No, but Satan tells him. Then he starts listening in. And then he comes and he stops what all I'm doing so none of them be saved. He is helping them go into the pit and he doesn't even know it. That's the funny thing about it. It's not funny. Okay, so 28, this is my blood for the New Testament, which is shed for many for the remission of our sins. But I say unto you, I will not drink henceforth of the fruit of the vine until the day I drink in new with you in my Father's kingdom. So I will not drink henceforth of the fruit of the vine. When they had sung the hymn, they came out of the Mount Olives. Then saith Jesus unto them, all ye shall be offended because of me this night, for it is written, I will smite the shepherd, and the sheep of the flock shall be scattered abroad. But after I am risen again, I will go before you into Galilee. Peter said unto him, though men shall be offended because of thee, you will I never be offended. And Jesus said, verily I say unto thee, that this night before the cock crow, that thou shalt deny thy thrice. And he did. He said he wasn't going to. I was denied by my wife. I'm always denied by my wife. I'm reaching out for love. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, I'm playing a stupid video game. I'm this close to leaving this relationship. I do believe God put me here for those reasons. Okay? And those reasons are done. Therefore, she's done. You know, she told me last week, you should just go live with your sister. That I see it because she keeps turning her back on me over and over again. Okay? So there's nothing I can do. I can't save the world, even the ones I love. It's a testing time right now. Who's all there? Just you, Daryl? I don't know who else is there, so I don't see Lisa, okay? So maybe she's the one that left. I don't know. She might be listening too. Lisa's pretty solid to this channel, so if she left, I might have said something to offend her. Listen, I'm not trying to offend anybody. It's not what I'm here to do. Okay? We're all in the same boat together. We need each other, just like we need Jesus. We need to support each other and be there for each other. People don't know how to do that on these YouTube channels. They say they do, but anyways, I digress. I don't want to talk about people. So, my soul, okay, so 38. Then saith he unto them, my soul exceeding sorrowful, even unto death. Tarry ye here, and watch with me. And he went a little further, and he fell on his face, and prayed, saying, oh, my Father, if it is, okay, so this one is very important. Oh, my Father, if it is possible, let the cup pass over me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as thou wilt. So he was scared to go to the cross a little bit. He said, is there any other way, Father? And he knew inside there was no other way. Okay? So he was trembling a little bit. He was going to be put to death, and he knew it. Okay? And he, oh, Father, if it's possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not my will, but as thou wilt. And he cometh unto the disciple, and we find them asleep, and saith to Peter, What, could ye not watch with me 1 hour? See, this is what's going on right now. It keeps trying to happening to me. This is the hour we need to be focused. And when we're not, this is what we're going through. Sleeping doesn't mean falling asleep. That means stop watching and going back into the world. Okay? This is what is trying to happen with me, and I'm fighting it to every ability that I can. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing today. I wasn't going to come on today, but the Lord spoke it in my heart. No, the troubles you're going through and the storms you're going through doesn't give me a right to stop walking with you guys into heaven. And he cometh disciple and find them asleep, and saith unto Peter, What, could ye not watch with me 1 hour? Watch and pray that ye not enter into temptation. That's what happened to me on the weekend. I have nobody to talk about God to. They're all turning, even the one that's there that believes in God can only do so much with her before she turns on me and goes back into the world. People are not, well, I just lost another. I wouldn't be surprised if all my subscribers, but a few like Daryl, doesn't leave my channel. No, I'm not going to. Sometimes I feel left out. Even my whole life I felt left out. That's what the children of God feel like, alone. But we're not alone. We have to remember one thing. Jesus says, I'm with you in tribulations. Okay? So this weekend was a bust for me. I rode my bike. What a powerful motorbike. Wow. It's almost too powerful for me. Okay? I had a bad wipeout, which I knew would happen. But I had a soft landing. I do believe God helped me with that. I didn't get a single scratch. Okay? So we are to watch and pray that we not enter into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. My flesh is very weak. I war against my own flesh constantly. It's like a little baby. It's annoying. He went away again the second time and prayed, saying, O my Father, if this cup not be passed from me, except I drink it, thy will be done. Okay? And he came and found them asleep again, for their eyes were heavy. And he left them, and he went away again, and prayed the third time, saying the same words. Then cometh he to the disciples, and saith unto them, Sleep on now, and take your rest. Behold, the hour is at hand, and the Son of Man is betrayed into the hands of sinners. That's what's going to happen to us. See, everything Jesus went through, we are going through. Sufferings, afflictions, being left alone, not feeling love. There's no love like the agape love of God. And I can't wait to embrace that love and get out of this trapped body that we are in. We are in a trapped vessel. This is a car that's going to drive straight into hell, and the rest of my body, pray to God that I'm willing enough, or that I'm worthy enough to make it into heaven, because I lived a hellful life right from start to finish, and I can't wait till the finish. The finish line is just around the corner, and I'm limping. Okay, and I'm limping right now, and we need Jesus' help. Okay, I'm crying out for Jesus to come back. All right. So, did they turn their backs on Jesus? Oh, of course they did. Did they scoff and mock him? Oh, of course they did. Did he go through pains and suffering? Of course he did. Unlike any of us ever knew. Okay, inside as well. Because he's long suffering too. You don't think he cries over each soul he loses? Can you even? Well, I want to be like Jesus. Could you even imagine? No, you don't. Nobody wants to be like Jesus. To to go through what he went through, and still, how could you love thy brother and still love him when he's up against you? When he's tearing at you and spitting on you and punching you, yet he died for him? That's got to be the hardest thing, isn't it, Daryl? It is one of the hardest things. I'm constantly being abased and being chased back to the Lord. I'm not going to leave, okay? And I keep telling the Lord, you know what? No matter how much that we do, I'm going to keep, no matter how much I'm gone through, I'm going to keep seeking your face. And I'm enduring it. It's tough. I'm tired. Yesterday, all I did was sleep. Today, I went to work. I was at work from 7, and I got on here through whatever. I forget what time it was, 3 something, and I was laboring. Okay. So I'm just so discouraged today. It's every time I go away, this happens because I get out of the world, out of God, because nobody wants to talk about it. And I'm sitting there fighting all these sins that are coming on me because all I'm around is people that are sinning. The sins that I used to like doing. So it's temptation after temptation after temptation. You wonder why God says, don't eat and drink with the drunkards. Don't hang out with people that aren't equally yoked. Everything that's on them is going to come back on you, and everything else from your sin train is going to try to come back on you. I'm to the point where I needed to almost be like a monk. You know what I mean? Yeah, I enjoyed myself a little bit, Daryl. I like my motorbike, okay, but I'm not going. I'm not going to these dangerous areas that they were taking me to. This was like a swamp, okay, and it's my fault because I was the leader of the pack and I led them there. I should have kept going the easy route, but like in life, I took the hard route. Okay. Okay, I'm going on here. And behold, okay, so, and Jesus said unto them, Friend, wherefore art thou come? Then came they and laid hands on Jesus and took him. And behold, one of them, which were Jesus, stretched out his hand and drew his, or one of them were with Jesus, stretched out his hand and drew his sword and struck off the high priest, the servant of the high priest, and smote off his ear. Then put then said Jesus unto him, Put up again thy sword into the place, for all thy that take the sword shall perish with the sword. So I know that with these people. You see how it's kind of like what we go through? And it hurt me to the uttermost, not against me, but because they're going against Jesus. That hurts me pretty rough. And my wife just leaving me sit there to be beat on. Okay. Thinkest thou I cannot now pray to my Father, and he shall presently give me more than 12 legions of angels? Okay, so we had a lot of angels with him. How then shall the scriptures be fulfilled that this it must be? Okay. In the same hour, and Jesus to the multitudes, are you come out of against a thief with a sword and staves for to take me? I sat daily with you teaching in the temple, and ye laid no hold on me. But all this was done that the scriptures of the prophets might be fulfilled. So what he's telling you there is the prophets were given the scriptures and Jesus was just fulfilling them. The Father gave him to the prophets and the prophets gave them out. Okay? And they were being fulfilled by God the Father and Jesus, right? Because if God gives you something, don't change it, don't add to it or take away from it, or it's not going to happen. But if you just leave it as it is, God is sure to make it happen, okay? Jesus saith unto him, Thou hast said, nevertheless I say unto you, hereafter ye shall see the Son of Man sitting on the right hand of power, sitting on the right hand of power, and coming in the clouds of heaven. There's another time I've had that dream, okay? So, and there's a few times. I'm going to I'm going to do a mix or two here. So I only wanted to come on short day, brief today. I have to get back into studying. I studied on the weekend. On every day, every morning I woke up, I spoke with God and I read my Bible. Yeah. Yeah, I'm so trying to walk in a straight line right now, and I'm sure we all are. There's many obstacles still in the way that are going to be put in front of us all until the day we die. It's not going to stop, okay? So I'm going to do a Mixler today. I'm going to let me see if he's coming on. 4:30. Junior was asking me to come on today, and I wanted to come on and see you guys and talk with you guys, and because I need to get back into it a lot more. I'm not doing enough to keep me out of. I have such a huge sin train. It's really hard. Okay, so, and I'm sure it's not easy for any of us, right? Yeah, COT. Let me see if he's on here. And we're all dealing with junk on this earth. And we have to endure it, okay, till the end. I miss you, Lisa. Anyways, I miss you all when I'm not here, okay? It's like Satan's working double time right now on all the Christians. And it does say how he will overcome for a short time. I don't know what that entails of. Oops. And I'm barely making it. I'm exhausted from spiritual warfare. Okay. So it's 4:30. I'm thinking a half hour. I'm going to take a break and just think and talk to God. All right, guys. So I'm going to be on tomorrow, back to the regular schedule. It's a while before I go away again. So that's good. I hate going away because it's just temptation after temptation. My wife doesn't understand that, okay? I can't be around that. That's the problem. When you're around all these people sinning, you don't have one person to talk about with to God. It's very tough. Not using that as an excuse, okay? So God bless you, and we'll see you on my Mixler COT in half hour, okay? And tomorrow I'll do some more studying tonight for tomorrow. I'm exhausted. I washed my wife's car, my car, put up shower curtains, double shower curtains, did all of our laundry, and I haven't stopped, okay? I haven't had any time to even think to myself. So I'm going to go lie down for half hour and wait for this Mixler to come on, okay? So God bless you guys. Jesus will keep us. Are you there, Lisa? So, Lisa, if you watch this, in my comment section, say, oh, I was here because, I miss all my people, all the people, God's people in my room. Okay? God bless you guys. See you on Mixler in half hour. Yeah, so are you, bro. Really thank you for your support. God knows we need it to support each other in these days. Because the people I'm around don't do it. Okay? And I don't expect them to. I gotta quit expecting them to. I can't save the whole world. God bless you.